I'm so grateful and honored to be in such great company tonight. So many like-minded practitioners here. And it's just amazing and exciting for me to meet you all. I think once we're all part of the holistic team, we kind of become family, and we love working together and interacting with each other. A little bit about myself here. Those of you that are here local and have been here for some time know of October 1, 2017. It's coming up. For me, it's looming as it's coming. I was a nurse that day helping, and I was struck by a large lifted truck. Okay, is that better? And it was a lifted truck I was hit by, and I suffered 14 breaks, neck to tailbone. I had corneal burns. 2/3 of my vocal cords were severed. Wasn't expected to make it, to be honest. I lay in a coma, and 19 surgeries later and hundreds of hours of physical therapy. Didn't think I'd be walking, talking, or even living life to its fullest like I am today. And I will say that I have tried everything. I was a pharmaceutical rep turned narcotics officer, and then went into the RN field. And seeing, unfortunately, the big corruption in big pharma, I knew I didn't want to go back into mainstream medicine. So that's where my holistic journey started, with holistic health and wellness and now functional medicine. And my own journey is just that SuperPatch has really turned my life around. I had veering towards diabetes, A1C right at 6 and over. Today it is 4.9. And sometimes it goes to 5, but it's right around that. It's still very normal. My SED rate, if anyone knows about inflammatory rates, I was diagnosed at UCLA with 14 autoimmune diseases. Systemic lupus caused organ failure a few times. I was battling so much inflammation. It was just an ongoing problem for me. And diet and exercise was great, but as we all know, big pharma, they just want to keep pumping in the steroids, convincing you that if you don't have them, you're not going to live. So knowing better and doing my own journey is where I found SuperPatch. And today I'm here to say it's life-changing. We have 15 years of peer-to-peer clinical trial research studies to show that this is not just snake oil. We have also so many clinical trials recently, even compared with placebo effect, because so many people want to say, oh, it's a placebo effect, but I've got studies to show it isn't. It's just the most amazing thing, especially I used to work with Doctor Without Borders. So if you go into third world countries and you don't have access to electricity or Wi-Fi or some of these other things, this is something we can utilize by just putting a patch on someone. And so many people ask me, well, how does this patch work? And how it works is pretty phenomenal. From what the research shows now, we're about 15 years medically advanced to what's out there right now. It is something that connects like Braille for the brain with the receptors on and around your skin. There's no actual ingredients in the patch itself, but the 3D printed ridges look very much like a fingerprint. And each different patch has a different fingerprint pattern that biohacks or almost factory resets what that ailment is. For me, getting off narcotics and having all those breaks, I mean, there was so much pain, I can't even tell you. When you're in that crippling amount of pain, you just don't have any quality of life. This took my pain away. Then the Defend patch started taking the inflammation down. I started being able to walk without assistance. I didn't have to depend on crutches or walker or anything anymore. Then when I started getting better with the inflammatory process, the peace and the joy patch were just life-changing for me on an emotional effect, because I was dealing with anxiety and depression all at the same time. Anxiety and the fear of, am I going to walk again? Am I going to do better? Am I going to have a normal life? Am I going to be a healthy, happy mom again? What is my future? And the depression would sometimes really set in when you're hurting and you're in pain and you're not sleeping. You have all those things. Really, you kind of feel hopeless. And then I also discovered the REM patch. And if anyone knows about the REM sleep cycle, if you're not getting into that REM cycle and your brain isn't washing away and getting that wash cycle to get rid of stress and anxiety, we don't really get a sound good rest and feel restored. And the REM patch will help you get into that sleep cycle. And for me, sometimes I don't recommend this to most people, but if you have a grueling schedule like I do sometimes, and you're working 18 hours whatever's going on. Even if I get 3 or 4 hours of sleep, if I have a REM patch, I wake up refreshed. And like I said, I don't recommend that we do that all the time, but having gone through that, it's just restored me completely. I have so many OB-GYN patients. I was an OB-GYN nurse for many years, and so many OB-GYN patients going through hormonal changes, going through menopause, and patches that have helped in so many ways. And because it doesn't contain ingredients, this is perfect for my pregnant mamas. That last trimester when their pain is just, you know, anybody here that's had children, you know that you're just like, ugh, you can't hardly bend because you feel like all that weight's from the front pulling. You can put a pain patch right on that lower back and it alleviates the pain with no side effects and no toxins to the liver. And to me, that's just the best thing ever when we don't have any side effects or toxins. Also for my children, it's so amazing what the studies and we're finding with ADD and ADHD. When we put brains back into homeostasis and get that calming effect down, they can now sit in class and study. And they're not anxious and they're having all this anxiety moving around. Adding a focus patch now gives them laser-like focus. And those two are like a lethal combination. I have teachers that swear by it. And the teachers themselves love the PEDS patch because of the homeostasis effect, just a calming effect. We have something that's new called a flow patch, which is being compared to the limitless pill. And I can't even get it. It's so sought after. We just beta tested it. Yeah, Gaylord has some in the back. He's kind of privileged back there.
I have some.
You have some too?
I have one on right now.
I have one on too, but it was gifted to me. I can't buy any until the rest of the year. I hear rumors they're going for $200 a patch in the colleges right now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So you got to sell yours. So I'm here, you guys. I have my information. I'm helping John get started with it. I have some little flyers here that tells about each patch and what it does. Just a cute little QR code on here on the back. You can scan it, go right to our website. If you have any questions, and if you'd like a balance test, I'd love to do that for you. Yes, sir.
So what is actually the delivery system of
it? So
Contact with the skin.
it's called haptic VTT, vibro tactile trigger point transmission. So what that does is it's sending these neurological pathways that are clogged from stress, from trauma, from even predisposed, from genetics. Our neural pathways get clogged. And this unclogs those neurological pathways, therefore getting a clean, fresh pathway back to the brain. And it's your brain that's optimally setting to kind of biohack and reset whatever that ailment is.
So it's the pattern that's printed?
Yes, it's the 3D printed ridges. Here, I'll show you.
So your body reads the...
Like Braille for the brain. Mm-hmm. It reads it, so just...
There's no medicine?
There's no medicine. All the magic is in the 3D printed ridges right here. I'm gonna take one out and give that to him. And what's so crazy about this Liberty patch is we know that balance and longevity are correlated, right? So the older we get, the less balance we have. And the more balance that we have, the longer we live. So we want to have that. And I'll show you how within just a few seconds, I'll do a balance test for you with and without it. We just signed Kansas City Chiefs for their whole team with this. Yes, ma'am. You have a question?
Once you put a patch on, how long does it last?
24 hours. 24 hours.
And you take it off?
Yes, and then you put a new one on each 24 hours.
And that's only because they mostly unstick.
Yeah.
They last longer, they just get unsticky.
So it's still sticky.
Yeah, it's still sticky.
What I tell all my clients is use it at once every 24 hours for the first 30 days. And then once you get that good neurological pathway flow back open, then if it's sticking, keep it on longer. Whatever, yeah.
Perfect.
All right, thank you.